watching this, I'm recording it in the morning. I welcome you to kdmoonchild's world. I am Katie, and this is Saturday Solutions. This is a spiritual card reading. Today we have tarot cards as well as oracle cards, and we're looking at the 4 directions. Hopefully this will give us some guidance into a very hectic week we have coming ahead of time. And let me tell you, I'm looking forward to being able to talk to you about what's going on. And so let's get started. What do you say? I've got the cards all ready to go. Let's do this. Hi, there you go. We're ready. Now, let's see here. I need to explain to you what the cards are and what the positions are, right? Because how you're looking at it and how I'm looking at it, the north, south, east, and west, might be a little different. So I'm going to tell you how I see it, okay? Over here, this is where we start. This is our current position. This is the sunset. This is the west and the end of the day, okay? Over here, opposite that, we have the east. This is the goal of our reading. This is where we want to be. This is the promise or the opportunity of a new day. Here in between, we have the valley and the mountain. Both are, this is the south and this is the north. In the south, we have the valley. The valley can be also open fields, meadows, rivers, and the like. Here usually is a message from the earth, from the Mother Gaia, from the goddess Gaia, giving us instructions on what she would like us to do and see as we begin our journey in these directions. Sometimes this can be an obstacle, like a canyon with high cliffs. So we will find out what this card is. Up here in the north, it also is an obstacle section, obstacle area. This is the mountain. Now you can look at mountains as though there's something you have to climb, go around, blast through. No matter how you decide to deal with the obstacle of the mountain, you will be given guidance as to staying in the beauty way. So I'm ready to start. I don't know about you guys. I think this sounds like fun. Let's do this. So the first card that we get is where we are today. The tarot cards, oh, by the way, I need to tell you what decks I'm using. This deck right here is the Unfolding Path by Athene Noctura. And then we have, underneath that, the oracle deck that I am using is the Enchanted Map Oracle Cards by Colette Baron Reed. And then over here to the side, we get a little final message from Spirit and from the animals, the critters we all live around. That is the Therapets deck by Kate Allen. Don't know what to do with doing this reading without using this deck as a final message to send us on our way. So, are we ready to start? I am. Okay. As I almost drop a box of cards. That would have been lovely. Okay. I'll begin with this card right here. Oh. The Ten of Cups. This is the family card. This is the card of nurturing. I get the feeling this is the card really definitely for the weekend. I think a lot of us, no matter what you've got planned as far as your voting goes, a lot of us have already voted. And so there's a sense of relief and release so that you can focus on other things besides all the information and the talking heads coming at you and any more quote unquote October surprises. Yeah, we're done with all of that. See all the pricklies coming out of those two beautiful moms and their kids? They're ready for joy. They're ready to express love, not anger, and not separation. In a cups. The clarifier card, which is going to tell us how we can accomplish whatever this card is telling us, the first card. This card is telling us that, joy is out there, love is out there in abundance. We're at the end of the cycle, and it's the promise of a cycle of unconditional love that is here, that is coming, that is ours. Okay? It's here. Take it with you. And then this is telling us as a clarifying fire, find your sacred space. Find your quiet space, that place of spirit, place of the season. I mean, we have, spirit of place. That's your sanctuary, that's your quiet space. And that being a 4 card is warning you and telling you, this is about logic, this is about stability, and this is about divine masculinity. Where this card is the end of a cycle. And at the end of the cycle, I'm trying to get my phone to work. The end of the cycle, it's a leap of faith. It's the space between cycles. So know that at this end of the cycle, you get a chance to catch your breath a bit. We've been going through and dealing with a lot. But the only way you're going to be able to find this space and catch your breath is through spirit place. Finding your quiet space. Finding that. Go to nature. Look to the seasons. Enjoy the family events that are happening now that have to do with the seasons. I like that. I like that very much. So, tell us, lovely, lovely Gaia, what do we need to know here? As we're starting this journey as a family in a spiritual place of love and celebration, what do we need to know? We get the 6 of Cups. We need to know that the love of the generations is of the utmost importance. Teaching our youth and our young about the past, as well as preparing them for the future, can be a major, major obstacle. How far, how much do you teach about the ugliness of the past? Because back here, the end of the cycle, that ugliness is over. But we can't ever go back there. So we have to teach our youth about it so they know what to watch out for. What do we get for clarifier on this? The wisdom of the sages. We have to be the sage. And we can only do that by taking care of our youth and taking care of the soil, taking care of the earth. As we do that, the earth will provide abundance for us and keep our cups full. And her personal message to us all, no matter what happens as far as time, Slow and steady wins the race. Keep your eye on the prize. Keep focused on your goal, which we haven't seen yet. And keeping focused on that in a slow and steady pace so you don't get exhausted. Making sure that you recharge yourself and the energies that you expel or possibly give away, as we all do. This card is a reminder. It's okay to give energy to members of your family and those that you love. Just make sure you do the energy that is, give away the energy that is appropriate and not over give your energy. This being a 3 card is about, since this is the divine masculine, this is the divine feminine. Slow, as I said about here, abundance. It's also about, as we guide and teach our young about what has happened and prepare them for the future, when we do that, we are expanding our consciousness and our collective in a way that exposes, develops, and grows good. Wow. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for as we go through the valley. You're looking at your abundance. What do you need to teach? What do you need to guide the youth, those that are coming after you? What do we need to make sure that is never forgotten about these times that we are all going through and that we have all grown through? Is it possible maybe this lady and this lady are the same? I don't know. They kind of resemble each other a little bit. That's just me in my little storyteller head. Let's see what the North is telling us. The Mountain. What do we get? Ooh. Okay. Be careful where you shine your light. I got that so loud and clear because we get the Hermit. Don't spend so much time, though, in darkness that the only light you can see is your own. For there's growth in the light of others. But what this is telling you, and this is not an obstacle, this is telling you it is time for regeneration, rethinking and recharging as we come into this harvest season. It may take a winter of thinking and preparing and slowly using your abundance. Knowing and understanding that you planted the seed before the cold weather hit. You planted the seed in the fall for the spring to bring forth the new abundance that's coming. That's not an obstacle you have to go around or anything. That's a warning. So, what is this? Oh, yeah, okay. Here's your obstacle. As you're being a hermit and you're preparing alone for things, finding your quiet space, moving forward slow and steady so that you can decide deep in you what it is that you personally need to pass on to the next generation about abundance and about strife and conflict and division. What do you teach about those things and how far do you go? Because we are all so sad that those things took us over for so long. It's like this mountain is showing us a vision of the future. And it's saying, embrace the sadness of this change. Embrace the sadness of what has happened, those we have lost, and those whose lives were turned upside down. Embrace them all. Hug them. Love them. Because through this embrace, you will find your steps to completion. By closing your chapters, you will feel fulfilled. This is a guidance about what you need to do while you are hermiting this winter. Find the things inside you. Maybe it's your inner child. Maybe it's your past. The things that you need to forgive and move on from. Because this card is telling us about completion. And you cannot have the end of a cycle without completion. And a part of completion is teaching about what has come, so that there is an understanding about the earth's abundance, and that while we are all unlimited, she is physical. She too is unlimited, but she will control the situation. So, what is our final goal over here? As we get the promise of a new day, the new opportunity. What is happening over here? Ooh. We get the Emperor. I don't want to miss anything at all on this card, because look at him. I'm going to tell you what the book says. The book says, and I guess I was supposed to do that because I turned exactly to the page. I'll hold it up for you so you can take a look a little closer at the artwork. This is the Father. This is protection, stability, authority, structure, leadership, logic, and discipline. Look at him. The Emperor brings stability, security, and order. He is the authoritative yet loving father figure of the tarot. When receiving this card, ask yourself, is there a need to bring structure and clarity to your world? Is it time to set some boundaries and then enforce them? You may be entering a time when you will be called on to take up the mantle of leadership, discipline, and efficiency. Pave the way for success. Stand up for yourself, your beliefs, and your values. That is what this Emperor is telling. He's telling us. Actually, that goes up there. That is what the Emperor is saying. Stand up for your beliefs. We're being called on to do that, even if it is just in how you vote. And I don't mean that as just like it doesn't matter, because it does. And the clarifier on this, the Emperor, is home. This is our goal. This is our destination. We want to be wise, like the owl, being able to manage our time, understanding that light and inspiration can come from unexpected places, even in your own garden. And knowing that always just behind those doors is safety, stability, and everything the Emperor stands for. Once again, another 9 card. I'm going to put this kind of this way so you can see them both really quite clearly. Do that with this one too. I'm going to keep doing that with all of them. Look at the 9s. Here's a 9. Here's a 9. What the heck? I'm ready. Let's see. Because home is the place where everything is complete. Love. It's where you close your chapters. That's where you process everything you learn, everything you've been through during the day. And that is where you will finally find the fulfillment that you're looking for, so that you can open this window and radiate what you've learned as the Emperor or from the Emperor in that day. Wow. So in recap, we are at the end of a cycle. This is a time of celebration and love. Enjoy the times right now. Especially if you have early voted, having the release of knowing that it is done. It doesn't matter what happens now. Your vote is in, and blessed be, counted. And the way that you know that this is for sure is to find your spirit place. Find that quiet place. The place in nature if it need be, but that place where you need to go, it's quiet. Where you can think and where you can breathe. This is because we have been given a space of in between cycles, because this one has finished, a new one hasn't quite started yet. That's what this that's what the Emperor and the Hermit are telling us. They're here guiding us and guarding us, keeping us safe while we are in the in-between zone, while we figure out what exactly is it that we need to pass on, what do we need to nurture, and what do we need to enjoy. And to understand that slow and steady wins the race. Keep going forward. Do not give up. You may have to slow down a little more, but slowing down is not stopping. It is still moving forward. And that is an obstacle if you let it be. Sometimes if we have to stop in the process of slow and steady, it's because we need to evaluate one of these cups of love that is overflowing with abundance. Okay? When we understand this, that slow and steady wins the race, we can climb the mountain to find our hermit space, the place to be silent, where only the wind and the snow blows, where the only light you can see is the light that you carry. There is your higher self, and when you get to the top of the mountain where you can see and be with your higher self, that is when you will see the parts of you that need this sad embrace. Parts of us are very sad, and it needs nurture, and it needs love. And to bring about the end of the cycle, we have to bring a sad embrace to ourselves, to our inner child, to our adult, to a critical parent, especially to the critical parent. Because times are changing, and those things that we value, that we're so critical of ourselves and everyone around us, that we're quiet about, that we hold on to the grudge, is about to become voiced. You won't be able to hold it back anymore. So figure out this winter, how are you going to stand up for yourself in this land of opportunity, and what are you going to do when you get home? What is home to you? Where is home to you? Doesn't have to be a sticks and bricks. As a matter of fact, looks like this is the trunk of a tree, maybe, or a cave with a door on it and a window. Not a typical house, like I've ever seen. I think it's a part of a cliff. It is a doorway into another world. Your home, your sanctuary, is the doorway into your world, your stability, and your safety. Doesn't matter what season that is, we are coming to the end of the cycle. Rely on what you know, where you've been, and rely on your spirit team. It's all coming together, and it's all coming together for a reason. My goodness. So, what is our message from Spirit and the critters? I mean, it's all from Spirit, but what is the personal one? Just for us. Whatever it is, you can do the thing. Oh, I love it. Look at that dog. Such a happy, happy face. Which is such a simple message. I don't need to elaborate on that. Whatever the thing is that you need to do, you can do it. I love it. It's perfect. It is absolutely. And this is a perfect place for me to stop. I thank you all for being here. If you would like more readings like this because you like this one, please, first off, best way you can support my channel is to hit that thumbs up button and give me a like. It's free. It takes a second, and that's it. If you'd like to come back for more, you'll need to subscribe and hit the bell so that you know when I upload something. I do art, which has kind of been on hold right now for very good reasons. I do artwork. I do tarot card readings. If it sparkles and is full of color and brings about joy to people, that's what I try to do on this channel. So I hope you'll join my community of very nice people. If you want to see what a live stream is like, my Halloween live stream is this Tuesday, and I have a special guest. And yeah, we will get it all set up for you, and I'm ready. I don't know about you all. Let's tackle this week together. What do you say? Best way to tackle it together, do a random act of kindness. Let's make kindness a habit again so that people forget what it's like to be separate and angry and full of hate. Because together we will thrive as a country, as a people, and as a species. But we got to get it together with the earth, or it won't matter what we do anywhere else. I thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.